What's goody? Hey man, so I have been trying to record this video for literally each of the last 2 nights, and each time I try to do it, my daughter has woken up. So now, as y'all can see, we are doing this during the daytime. My fiance's at work, my daughter's in her crib, and while she's not sleeping, she's not making too much noise either, so we're going to try to get this video recorded. Today what we are doing is we are playing this new game that I saw KOT4Q do a rebuild about, Hoop Heads. Essentially what it's going to do is it's going to show you a player's points, rebounds, and assists from last season, and you got to guess them, and it's going to give you, it's going to kind of work like Purtle, where it's going to be red if you're in the wrong conference, yellow if you're in the right conference but wrong division, green if you're in the right division, stuff like that. So let's lock it in. Let's try to play this game. I tried to do it last night, and not only did my daughter wake up, but it also gave me stats for a player that it said was 6'2", and it was said that they were in the West, and then the player that it showed was like Brandon Ingram or something, and I was like, what? So, yeah, now this is obviously a big man, 19 points and 13 rebounds. This kind of gives me like Sabonis type of vibes, but like, I don't know. I don't think Sabonis is really... Oh! Well, that's how the game works. First try. Look at that. Wow. I thought Sabonis might have been averaging a little more points than that, but the assist kind of made me think Sabonis as well. Anyways, see, now we got a bench player. 7 points, 2 boards. Who was averaging around 7 points? Like, was Moses Moody averaging around 7 points? I'm just going to, when it's a role player, I'm just going to throw out a... For sure. When it's a role... What just happened? When it's a role play, I'm just going to try to throw out a guess. The site's a little buggy, so if you do try to play it, there are some things that are going to happen that are going to be a little buggy, because I do think this is a new game, but it's fun from what I've seen, and I've been trying to play it, and it's, you know... Anyways, this kind of gives me wing vibes, so I'm thinking, like, you know, I'm just trying to think of, like, a backup wing. Like, this could be, like, a Sam Hauser or something, you know? I don't think this is Sam Hauser. I think he probably averaged... I don't know, actually, what Sam Hauser would have averaged. He averaged less points than this, less rebounds, less assists. But the stats are pretty close. It's a guy in the Eastern Conference. We know that, but he's younger than Sam Hauser and taller. So it is probably a... But he's taller than 6'9", so this is a big. Not in the Atlantic Division. This isn't like... Let's see, like, what did Wendell Carter average? He probably averaged more boards than this. He's a starting center, but... Okay, so this guy is taller than Wendell Carter, but in the same division. Could still be a Magic player, but... The stats are similar, just more rebounds like I thought. So he did average more rebounds than this, and the guy's younger than Wendell Carter. I think Goga is older than Wendell Carter, and I don't think that he would have averaged the same amount of... He wouldn't have averaged more points than Wendell Carter either, so it's not... I don't think it's going to be anybody on the Magic. Kel'el Ware is younger, and he's probably taller. His stat... I feel like he probably averaged more points than this, though. Kel'el Ware did not. The stats are close, but he averaged more rebounds than this, and the guy's a little older than Kel'el Ware. Okay. Is there anybody else in the Heat that I think this could be? Not really. On the... This is not the Knicks division. On the Wizards, could be Alex Sarr, but Alex Sarr's younger than this, so it's not Alex Sarr. Do they have any other bigs that I think this could be? I don't even know who they're... Like, was Valanciunas on that team? I don't think Valanciunas was on that team still. Plus, Valanciunas wouldn't be this young. I don't know if they have another big that this could be. The Hornets. Whew, the Hornets are tough because I don't even know who they're like. They don't really have bigs. Like Uzman, there's a big over there, but I can't think of his name. I don't think it's Usman Jang. I don't think that's who I'm thinking of. But like they don't really have any bigs that you really think about. I mean, this could be Mark Williams had to average more boards than this, so it can't be him. This has to be like a backup big. Mitchell Robinson's too old, and I think Precious Achiuwa is like 25, so he's too old. Well, this isn't the Knicks division. What other teams are in this division? There's got to be another one, right? I think there's 5 in each division. My daughter just passed gas, if you heard that, so that's not ideal. Gonna have to change that diaper. Anyways, the Magic, the Hawks. The Hawks are in this division. Jalen Johnson would have averaged more points than this, but Onyeka Okongwu maybe not. Now, he's shorter than 7 feet, though. Not Onyeka Okongwu. It's not going to be Clint Capella. That's too old. A 7-footer in this division. I'm going to guess Alex Sarr, even though I know it's wrong. I'm going to guess Alex Sarr. Yeah, Alex Sarr was wrong like I thought. Who is this, bro? Okay, we got the Magic. We got the Heat. We got the Hawks. So... Wait, we got the Magic, we got the Heat, we got the Hawks. And we have the Wizards. What's the other team? The Hornets. So this has to be somebody on the Hornets, I feel like. This isn't Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges is not this tall. Baby's making noise over there if you can hear. And he's way too old. I don't know what the other center's name is. I don't know. I'm going to give up on this one, high key. I honestly have no... Yeah, I was never going to get this because I don't even know what team he's on. I think he's on the Magic, actually. Is this not the same guy? It's not, but it's somebody close, but it's not the same guy. 9.7 boards, so it's another big. This has got to be a bench big. Like, is this Mitchell Robinson? He's not even in the game. For sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, that saves a guess. Let's think of other guys. This could be Gogo wouldn't have averaged as many points if Wendell was barely averaging that. Could this be not Jakob Poeltl? Jakob Poeltl averaged too many points for this, I think. So it's not going to be Jakob Poeltl. Kel'el Ware, we just saw him. It wasn't him. Let's go West. Let's go Western Conference. Nobody on the Warriors was averaging this, I don't think. On the Lakers, could anybody have been averaging this? Maybe in the second half of the season, like Jackson Hayes, but I don't think Jackson Hayes was averaging 7 boards. DFS, but I think DFS probably averaged more points than this. On the Clippers, I don't know if they would have had anybody. What did Brook Lopez average last year? No, Brook Lopez doesn't rebound the ball. Steven Adams wouldn't have averaged as many points. I don't think he got enough time to even average as many boards. Can I just come up with a name at least? Like, what does Zach Edey average? Okay, so it's not even a Western Conference player, so it isn't a guy in the East, but these stats aren't far off for Zach Edey, and it's a younger guy and it's a shorter guy. Okay. So let's think Eastern Conference. Okay, so the Bulls, they don't have anybody that I think this would be because it's a younger guy, and Jalen Smith's not younger than this. Vucevic for damn sure isn't younger than this. For the Pacers, it could be, but I don't think anybody on the Pacers was averaging these stats off the bench as a center. I don't think. Especially not at this age, I don't think so. Isaiah Stewart's... What did Jalen Duren average? He averaged more points than this. Okay, Jalen Duren did. He averaged a double-double. Wow, and what more assists. But we got the age right. The guy's a little taller than 6'10", so he's taller than Jalen Duren. He's not in the Central Division. Cool. On the Knicks, we don't have anybody. I think this would be... On the Nets, could this be Claxton? Claxton's not 21. So it's not Claxton. This isn't going to be like Gershon or anything on the Sixers. I don't think this is anybody on the Sixers. Because the guys have got to be 6'11", 7 foot at least, and I don't think this is anybody on the Sixers. On the Raptors, could this be... No, Jakob Poeltl's too old. It's not him. On the Celtics, too old. So this has to be a young team. This got to be like the Hornets or something. Like... Could this have been... No, Kel'el Ware's averages weren't this, but I'm going to try it anyway. I don't think this is him, but I'm going to try it. Oh, it is Kel'el Ware. Oh, I thought he was averaging like... I thought I saw his stats and they were different than this. See, I hate that it keeps giving me role players, man. 7 points, 2 boards. So this kind of gives me wing vibes, right? Gotta be a wing player. Huh. Gotta be a wing player. So who could this be? Could this be... Homie on the Grizzlies. Second round pick on the Grizzlies. Jalen Wells? I don't think Jalen Wells was averaging this few assists. Jalen Wells averaged more points than this, more boards than this, and more assists than this. And this guy's also in the Eastern Conference. The height is pretty close, though. So this is a guard, and this is a wing player. This is like a shooting guard, small forward type of guy. So let me think. Like, what did Nickeil Alexander-Walker had to have better averages than this? Like, what did Tim Hardaway Jr. average? Okay, so the guy's younger than Tim Hardaway Jr. Wait. Tim Hardaway Jr. isn't it? Oh, he's in the Southwest now. Or in Northwest now. He might have left. Maybe he left the Pistons? Did Tim Hardaway Jr. leave? Am I bugging? Did Tim Hardaway Jr. leave the Pistons? No. Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway... Jr. Did he leave the Pistons? I don't know why I'm going on this tangent right now, but what team is this man on? Detroit Pistons 2025. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what team he's on, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Anyways, he must have though, because that says Northwest. Okay. Is there anybody else that like is on the Pistons now that this could this have been like a Duncan Robinson? So it does have the updated divisions because it has him in the Central Division on the Pistons. Okay, the guy is 6'7". He's younger than Duncan Robinson, but older than Jalen Wells. The averages here are off, so this isn't a guy that gets too much time. We know it's not the Central Division. Could this be like an Ochai Agbaji? He might be 6'7". He might be shorter than that. He is shorter than that, but this is an Atlantic Division guy. Could still be a Raptor, technically, but I'm not going to spend all my time on the Raptors. On the Knicks, taller. He's 6'7", so I don't think there's any wing on the Knicks that this really fits. On the 76ers, this very well could be somebody on the 76ers, but I don't know their depth well enough. Like, could this have been like... No, because he ended on the Mavs, so it couldn't be like Cody Martin or Caleb Martin, whichever Martin that was. But I feel like this could be Cody Martin, maybe, but no, he's not in the game. Caleb Martin's in the game, but Cody Martin's not. Okay. What did Tajon Salon average? He's younger than this, though. Yeah, he's only 20, and he's 6'8". Oh, he's not in the Atlantic Division. That's right. On the Celtics. Who could have averaged this on the Celtics, guys? Could anybody on the Celtics have averaged this? I don't know. I don't think Luke Cornett... No, Luke Cornett's too tall. I don't know if anybody on the Celtics would have really been averaging this. On the Nets, it's probably a Nets player, and that's kind of where things start to get really tough. Because I do not know enough net. Like, what about Zaire Williams? Is he even on the Nets? Yeah, we got to give this one up, man. When it's a role player, like I was never getting Jamison Battle. I think he's on the Raptors though. See, this is the type of player that we want to get. Like, could this be Bam Adebayo? No way. I was about to say, was I right immediately? Oh no, okay, there we go. Bam Adebayo averaged. The averages are actually pretty close. That doesn't don't do that. Don't do that. But the averages are close. This is a Southeast player. I don't think this is Franz. I think Franz would have averaged more assists than this. I don't think this is anybody else on the Heat. On the Magic, Paolo would have averaged more than this, so it's not anybody on the Magic. Miles Bridges wasn't averaging a double-double, I don't believe. Miles Bridges is also too old because he's 27. This guy's younger than 26, so it can't be Miles Bridges. Okay, on the Hawks, Dyson Daniels wasn't averaging this. Jalen Johnson could have before he got hurt. He's like 25. Guys, please. Oh, it's Jalen Johnson. Perfect. Okay, look at that. See? 30, okay, one of the best players in the league. This is Giannis doesn't get assists like this though. I don't think Giannis gets assists like this, but I'm gonna say Giannis. I don't know that he was averaging almost 7 assists. He was. Damn, I just underestimated his playmaking. All right, we're gonna go until we get another role player, and then we'll end the video off. Another big man, 24 and 11. Could this have been Joel Embiid? I feel like Joel Embiid would have averaged more assists than this. But a big averaging 25 points. Is this a Joel Embiid before he got hurt? Joel Embiid's not even in the game. Maybe it's like if you didn't play enough games, you're not in the game. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, because Jalen Johnson didn't play too many games. I don't think, unless he did, and I'm tripping. But I think he was hurt for like more than half the season. Anyways, this could be Paolo, but I think Paolo averaged 25. Okay. Not Paolo. He did average 25. Okay, this guy's younger than Paolo. Could this be Wemby? Does this say tall? This is Wemby, isn't it? Wemby. Wow. All right, we got a role player. All right, listen. Peace out, man. Hey, this was a fun video to record. Now that the site is actually working and everything like that, this was definitely a fun video to record. We might have to do a rebuild or something like this. I'm going to try to storm something up. I don't want it to be the exact same as like what KLT4Q did, but maybe it'll just be something just like that. Maybe it will have to be because there's not too much I can really do differently with this. But hey, listen, this is a fun video to record. Sorry, I'm trying to brainstorm. But hey, listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. We're trying to grow this channel. And before I end this video off, one thing I do want to say, because this thought came to me earlier while I was watching church. When this channel gets to the point that it is going to get to, when it gets to whatever point that God has it getting to, whatever level of success, whatever level of views, whatever level of subscribers that God has this channel getting to, just hold me accountable always. Help me to always give the glory to God. I don't want y'all to idolize me. I don't want to start idolizing myself. I don't want to start idolizing the viewers. I don't want to start idolizing the subscribers or the success or the money that's going to come in or anything like that. Help me to always keep the focus on God and on Him and on His kingdom. And I pray that y'all would always do the same thing, because it's not by my strength, it's not by y'all's strength, it's not by the YouTube algorithm or anything like that this channel is going to grow. It's all by the grace of God. Now he chooses for this video, for this channel to have whatever success it's going to have. None of it can come without God. I don't care what the YouTube algorithm will do. None of it can come without God. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, wanted to get that out there, because I know that this channel is going to have success. I know that this channel, it has a purpose. I know that I have a purpose, and I know that whatever success I find in that purpose, it's always really hard for people that find the success to keep their eyes focused on the Lord and on his kingdom and all those righteous things. And I just want to make sure that I always do that and that y'all do that as well, because we always going to glorify God over here. So yeah, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching as always. All right, peace out, man.